Welcome back to Golden Goose and my Team Builder Dynasty series that follows the South Canadian Wild Geese. Today, the Wild Geese hope to rebound in their home opener this season after losing to Alabama by playing Georgia State. We are the crowd favorite, we are the nation's favorite, and we're Kirk's favorite. I mean, we're predicted to go dead last in our conference right now. So a win here might, I guess, fluff our favor just a little bit. Here's how we stack up on paper. We're 72 overall. They're only 60 overall. We have a 74 offense. They have a 61. They have a 61 defense. We have a 71. This should be an easy win and a good tune-up game. Look at our rankings. My God, only 3 points last game. That puts us dead last in the NCAA. Our passing offense is almost dead last. Our rushing offense is dead last. Our defense, middle of the road, not half bad, especially against Alabama. We're going to have to watch out for Georgia State's punter and kicker. They're a dangerous duo. But here we are, back in the igloo, and it feels good, I'm not going to lie. Time to take on Georgia State in what the South Canadian fans are hoping is a complete butt-whooping, dished out, best served cold in the igloo by the Wild Geese. Now we got to improve some of these numbers. Nathan Quinn, he wants to go to the NFL. He needs to have a good season. He can't keep rushing for only like 5 yards a game. So we're going to try to turn up the run game a lot in this contest. But let's send it down to the field where the Wild Geese are about to come out of the tunnel right now. They're taking the field. They're ready for redemption. That Alabama game was sad. It was a designed butt whooping, and they're not happy with having to take that whooping. And now they're looking to dish out some of their own against Georgia State in this one. Georgia State comes into the igloo to face off against the South Canadian Wild Geese. Let's get into the action. The ball is up and away. It's time to start some football here with the Wild Geese receiving first in this one. Bernard Scruggs finding a decent hole, 32-yard return. Nathan Quinn last game, 10 carries, 15 yards. A very sad performance. Now, I had a chance to sit down and talk with Nathan Quinn before this game, and he said he just wants to get the rock more and turn up the field more for his team. He was really sad with the loss to Alabama. Obviously, he said they weren't the crowd favorite, but he hopes to come into this Georgia State game and really light things up, and there he is with a 14-yard carry, almost matching his whole production of week one in that one single carry. And we caught up with Tom Barrett a little bit. He talked about being a little disappointed being taken out of that game at halftime and replaced with their backup QB, but he's happy to be back in this game, back starter, and he's hoping to keep this job throughout the season. 2nd and 12, giving it to Nathan Quinn again, who's going to try to get to the outside, but there's 2 men there waiting for him. 3rd down and 9, you don't want to see this drive stall here. Let's see what they end up doing. Tom Barrett can barely get rid of that. That screen was covered up by the Georgia State defense. Time to punt against 10-mile-per-hour winds here in the igloo. It's swirling, twirling, and it looks like they're going to try to take this one back. They do, from the 20 all the way down to the 40. House is pumping up this igloo crowd. It is sold out and loud in here. Let's see what Georgia State can do on their first possession here on offense. Carr makes the hit, blown coverage a little bit, 2nd and 3. Georgia State looking to go to the ground here on 2nd and short, and Jennings smothers that one up, 3rd and 1. 3rd and very short. Let's see what Georgia State does out here. They have a man in motion moving to the right side. And it is an option play. Carr's there. He pulls the man down, 4th and 3. Georgia State's going to be punting. I don't think I'm the only one when I say this that's thinking this right now. Every Wild Geese fan is expecting a win here today and will be severely disappointed with a loss. Got a chance to sit down with Goose Johnson too earlier this week, and he stated that yes, they're in a new conference. It's a new challenge, and he's looking forward to it. They're going forward with great recruiting, going after great prospects, and hoping to really rebuild this season and hoping for an actual real competitive year next year or the year following. But he expects a middle-of-the-road season this year. Now, we went on to ask Goose Johnson if he thinks they're going to be bowl eligible this season, and with that, he kind of shrugged. He said it's very uncertain. This is a new conference with a lot of new teams that they're going to be facing. It's a elite competition, too, he stated. But there's Nathan Quinn going off for 16 yards on that carry. And that's why this man was one of the best running backs in the NCAA last season. Now, scheme-wise, it really appears that the Wild Geese are dedicating themselves to the run this season. Their receivers are decent. They've seen improvement with them. Their quarterback's okay. but Nathan Quinn's just so electric, you gotta give him the ball. But as a fan of the Wild Geese, we've been looking at their depth chart, their roster, what's going on. They have a lot of great freshman and sophomore talent on redshirt this season that I expect that next year, after some training and a bit of recruiting, they're going to be a very solid team. I'm thinking in the 80 overall range. This team has never been ranked in the top 25, and obviously they lost to Alabama. I don't know if they can compete with that kind of competition just yet. We're going to have to see how they develop as the years go by, but there's Nathan Quinn with 10 yards, making it 1st and 10 for the Wild Geese. Tom Barrett audibles out into a play-action situation here. He's rolling out of the pocket, trying to find a receiver open. He's just not fast enough to truly roll out of that pocket just yet. The problem is Tom Barrett's a slow QB. He's a pocket passer, but this offensive line for the Golden Geese, or the Wild Geese actually, cannot contain any defense really. It's really tough to stay in that pocket. But there's Bernard Scruggs on a 15-yard reception. The offensive line really holding up on that one. Just under 20 seconds left in the first quarter. They're giving it to Nathan Quinn, who's going to get to the outside, get caught up by his shoelaces. That's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, it's scoreless here in South Canada against Georgia State, 0-0. This team's very young. Tons of freshmen and sophomore talent. Tons of people on red shirts. I just can't wait to see how they develop over these next 2 or 3 years with some of the talent they already have. There's Harmon, Alfred Harmon, finding 13 yards inside the 10 down to the 6. Nathan Quinn's going to get the handoff here. He's trying to spin back and cut back, but he's taken down for a 1-yard loss. Quinn's looking a little bit better today. He's got 8 carries for 58 yards. A lot better than that Alabama game, to be completely honest. And we got a couple guys open. He's going to get it off to Thompson, who's going to work his way to only the 5-yard line. 3rd down and goal. They're trying to get in the end zone here, and there we go. We got a guy in the back of the end zone, and that's Martin Morgan for a 5-yard touchdown reception, putting the Wild Geese on the board 6-0 over Georgia State. And with this extra point, they're up 7-0 here in the second quarter. The kick is off, and it's deep, really deep. They have the wind to their backs here, and they're going to just kneel it down and take it at the 25. The Wild Geese are bringing a little bit of pressure here. They get to the running back. Herb Kirk's there. He can't make the tackle. An NCAA tackle leader last season, just can't wrap him up. I have to say, this defense handled Alabama pretty well last week. I know they allowed a ton of points, but they didn't look half bad yardage-wise. And that makes me pretty excited about the future for this defense. 3rd down and 6. Georgia State needs this first down. They really haven't moved the ball much today. There's Jennings making the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 4. 2 3-and-outs in a row for Georgia State. The punt is up and away. Scruggs is underneath it. Let's see what he can do with the return. The return man, Dottie, is placed on redshirt this season, so they have him next year. So Bernard Scruggs is taking everything back this season. 2:50 left in the second quarter and in this first half. Let's see what the Wild Geese do with this possession. Nathan Quinn takes it to the outside. Nathan Quinn gets the edge. He's down in Georgia State territory after a 19-yard carry. Georgia State, no first downs today. The Wild Geese have 7. This offense is looking a lot better, but obviously it's not against the same type of competition they faced last week. And there you go, that's Jose Golden. He's become one of the favorite targets here in South Canada, and he scores a touchdown for the Wild Geese. That is the second for Tom Barrett on the day, looking to make it 14-0. That was just a beautiful ball, great catch and run into the end zone. And it is now 14-0 after that quick drive. This ball is up and away, and it's barely in the end zone. This one's definitely coming out. McCulley trying to get there. Oh, they got good blocks, but down at the 23-yard line. This Igloo crowd is loud. Georgia State can barely hear their play call, but look at that. They get it off, and that's their first down of the game. Their first down, I should say. First down and 10, 2:13 to go in the half, and it looks like they are running the option. House is going to snip that one out, but he can't get there. Brooks trying to make the tackle, but they break one. Jennings finally swallows him up on the sideline after a 13-yard gain. 2 first downs already on this drive. Wow, that option play got the defense biting, and it looks like this quarterback's got legs down to the 26-yard line. And Georgia State takes this with a new set of downs, and they're going to catch it and find themselves another first down. They're moving the ball like crazy down the field. First down and 10 inside the red zone for the first time today. Georgia State looking for points, and they're going to throw to the outside, and no one's there. Second and 10. Second and 10. Georgia State wants points, and that's wrapped up. An option play just completely blown up. 3rd and 14. A lot of young guns in the secondary for the Wild Geese. Let's see if they can hold them back here on 3rd down, and that's Carr making a hit and saving the first down. The Wild Geese take a timeout. Trying for three here. This is pretty much just a slight little boot kick. Let's see if Georgia State can put it through the uprights, and it's good. 14-3. Let's go into a studio update. Right now we have UCF, an American Conference opponent, losing to Missouri, but it's only the first quarter. We'll keep you updated. 1 minute left in this half, and the Wild Geese do have 2 timeouts, so let's see what they do with it here. Nathan Quinn trying to work the outside on this kick return. Nathan Quinn can't quite get there. Down at the 27. I mean, you have 2 timeouts. You don't have to hurry too much, but you definitely should try to put the ball in the air here, and it looks like that's what the Wild Geese are going to do. And Tom Barrett taking a chance here. It's a jump ball to Bernard Scruggs, who catches that one, and they're inside the 30, down at the 22. Beautiful money ball to Bernard Scruggs. I thought Tom Barrett was taking a huge risk by throwing that one, but he's getting more confident with his arm every day. He's got the best arm in the Wild Geese offense. Looks like the Wild Geese are trying to work the clock just a little bit here, not leaving too much time for Georgia State to put anything together on their next drive. Tom Barrett drops back. Tom Barrett finds a receiver. That's Jose Golden dropping that one. That would have put him inside the 10. And here on 2nd down and 10, it looks like they're giving it to Nathan Quinn, who breaks one and finds himself 7. The Wild Geese using their 2nd timeout. Let's see what they do here. It looks like they are going to the air. He lofts this one up. It's picked off as he tried to squeeze it to Horton. Oh, that is a huge, costly mistake. A nice thrown ball. Just didn't quite loft it enough to Horton. Should have put a little bit more air under that one. 15 seconds left in the half. What are they going to do here? It looks like they're giving the ball to their halfback. Herb Kirk's there to make the tackle, but he just can't wrap him up. Herb Kirk, an NCAA tackle leader, just not making tackles today. And they really forfeited a score there, which is just so painful for this Wild Geese defense. Oh, almost throwing a pick, trying to throw that one away. Lionel Rich throws that one in the dirt. 4 seconds to go. This is probably just going to be some type of deep toss down towards the end zone. And it's a sack. Is that Dykes getting back there again? That guy's a sack machine. But ending the first half of football, South Canadian lead 14-3 over Georgia State. The Wild Geese are going to kick this one off to Georgia State first because they did get the ball to start this contest. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to take a knee, and they're going to take the ball at the 25. This Igloo crowd is extremely loud. They're pumped for their Wild Geese. They performed pretty well in the first half. They did have that turnover. They should have 21 right now, but there's Baldwin getting a sack to start things off here. 2nd and 17. They're trusting man coverage here. It's sending a little bit of extra pressure. And wow, there's a man wide open. They cannot make tackles today either. 3rd and 4. 3rd down and 4. Are they going to the air here? Are they going to try to keep things on the ground? It looks like they are going to the air, and there's a man open over the center. Jennings was playing too far back, and that's a 1st down. 1st down and 10. Georgia State's actually driving right now in the Wild Geese. Let's see what they do here, and they get it off! A nice pump fake and a great completion, 24 yards. The Wild Geese trying to bring pressure, but it's just not working today, and that's another quick throw, but they were there to break that one up. Now all Wild Geese fans have accepted this is going to be a rebuild year as they're moving conferences, just trying to get more competitive in said conference. But they did not expect this to be a competitive game against Georgia State. A lot of fans wanted to see at least a 21 to 24 point victory, and it's just not going that way. 3rd down and 10. They need a stop here badly. Oh, that is a screen pass. Ken Williams get there. He knocks him out of bounds. 4th and 6. A 45-yard field goal. The Igloos trying to get as loud as possible. This is going to be a very long attempt. Let's see if they can make it. Wow. With the wind at his back, he sinks that one. Well, let's go to another studio update. Looking at that UCF game again. They're on the board now. It's 7-10 over Missouri. Nathan Quinn's going to take this one. He's trying to find an alley up the middle. He sees a small hole, but it's nothing large. 25 yards, and he's taken down. Only an 8-point game right now. The Wild Geese fans sound a bit disappointed in the stands right now. And there's Harmon just dropping a wide open pass. They're looking to put it on the ground here with Nathan Quinn. Nathan Quinn's going to cut to the outside. Can't get out further for enough. And it's 3rd and 7. The Wild Geese are 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions today, hoping to increase those numbers. This is against a Georgia State team. I worry for them severely when they go into their... Oh! Whoa, that was picked off of the bobble by the fullback. Tom Barrett is furious. This was ridiculous. Off of the bobble, this man scoops it out of midair. It almost looked like it was on the ground. And now Georgia State's in prime position to come back in this one. That quieted this crowd right up. They're trying to get back into it. Jennings trying to pump them up. Georgia State may be going to the air here, trying to score quickly. And it is an option play. Jennings bit the wrong guy. And it looks like they're down at the 10 after a 14-yard carry by the quarterback. The Wild Geese defense has really given up now, it feels. Oh my God, Jennings can't even make the tackle on the quarterback. They really allowed no first downs in the first half, and now they've already allowed 8. It's been all Georgia State lately. House pumping this crowd up, 2nd and 12. They need a big stop here. House is going to get back to the quarterback, lay the hit. Missed tackle by Herb Kirk. Herb Kirk, an NCAA tackle leader, cannot make tackles today. My God, they get in the end zone, and they're looking to tie things up with a 2-point conversion. And they're playing soft zone, just hoping to seal up anything. And oh my God, they allow the quarterback to scramble in for the 2, making it 14-14. The Wild Geese are not looking hot in this contest. Everyone was expecting this to be a tune-up game, a big blowout. They might have to think about going to a new offensive scheme after this game. They're just not getting things done point-wise. And obviously Tom Barrett can't run the option, so running the spread option book just isn't good. I think they need to go back to the drawing board with this Wild Geese team. They have 4 great wide receivers that they could utilize in better playbooks, so I think Goose Johnson, to save his job and his future career here, is going to have to go back to the drawing board after this one. And there's Jose Golden. Tom Barrett squeezes that in. It's 3rd and inches. And Nathan Quinn's going to get this one. He's trying to find his way to the first down, but doesn't. 4th and 2. Goose Johnson's got the team out still, looking to go for it here. And it looks like Tom Barrett's calling some type of audible. We're trying to see what he's doing here. And it looks like he's telling Jose Golden to run a slant as well. Trying to find someone up the middle. Let's see if he does. There we go. We got him, man. That's Harmon. He's going to get the first down, but just barely. That was risky play calling by the Wild Geese. After 3 quarters of play, we're all tied up here in the Igloo, 14-14, with South Canadian taking on Georgia State. I'd say the Wild Geese offense had one mental mistake today, that interception nearing the end zone. That other one was complete luck by Georgia State, scooping that one before it hit the ground. But they just have to get a little bit better. I think they need that playbook. I think they need an offensive playbook change, and it's something they definitely should look at. They were more of a ground team last year, but they have such great air weapons that they should start to utilize them. And with Orlando Everett on redshirt this season, he's your fast quarterback. You can't be running this option offense. They barely use half of their playbook because Tom Barrett can't run the football. There's Harmon, though, inside the 20, trying to get the Wild Geese on the board. Now, if I was a scout, which I'm not, I'd say that Tom Barrett has an amazing arm, something that should be utilized. And I'm telling you, I'm campaigning for that new playbook. We'll definitely talk to Coach Goose Johnson after this game about said playbook. But let's see if Jose Golden can get in the end zone down at the 4 after a great reception. 12 for 18, 200 yards and 2 TDs for Tom Barrett today. Looking to make it 3 here. Let's see where he ends up going. He's going to try to squeeze it. Oh, he took a risk. That kid's got to learn. You cannot try to pinch it over the middle like that. There was 2 layers of coverage there. 2 interceptions in the red zone today for Tom Barrett. I don't know what this team's going to do to stay competitive in the American Conference. It's going to be a challenge. And we are in the 4th quarter here, so this drive is going to mean a lot to the Wild Geese. The Igloo crowd is getting loud. Looks like the Wild Geese are coming with some pressure here, a little bit of a blitz. It is the read option. Brooks gets there, but they're going to get the first down. 1st and 10, under 4 minutes to go in this game. House in pursuit of the quarterback. He trips and falls over himself. And that quarterback's going to find another first down. This team needs to look at their playbook. This team needs to look at their quarterback situation. Tom Barrett has the arm, but is he mature enough? Is he ready to handle this responsibility of being a starting QB? Herb Kirk makes the tackle by his shoelace. He hasn't been good all day, but there's a big first down saving tackle there. 2nd and 7. The Wild Geese need a stop on this drive. They don't want to allow points. They're under 3 minutes to go in this game. And that is a screen pass. And, Bryant's there to clean up that tackle. 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6. You do not want them to convert here. That one's up, and it's picked by McCauley. The Wild Geese first interception on the season. And that could be a game saver. Nathan Quinn has been pretty quiet this half. I think the Wild Geese want to kill some of this clock and try to get into field goal range here. That's a loss of 2 yards, though. We're definitely in 4-down territory because I don't know if this Wild Geese team is confident that they can stop Georgia State. We'll see. If they get on the other side of the 50, they may go for it on 4th down. Here, they might punt it. Looks like they're trying to kill as much clock as possible. Maybe they're trying to go to overtime. We'll just have to see what the plan is here. Obviously, they've thrown their fair share of interceptions today. And, delivering one on the run that could have easily been picked off. They got a very vertical look here. 3rd and 12. Let's see what they do. They have a man very deep, but that's going to be cut short. 4th and 12, 1:39 to go. What do you do here? You got to punt it. You can't go for it. They got the wind going against them here. And it looks like this Wild Geese punter is going to get it off, and it's a low drive. This might get a nice bounce, and it does. Down to the 10. Pleasant gets him at the 12. This might bring this into overtime. They have a long way to go. We'll have to see what their mindset is if they're even going to try to go down for points here. Obviously, no one wants to go into overtime. Overtime's not a fun place to be, and that is a screen blown up, and the Wild Geese take a timeout. 2nd and 13. The Igloo crowd is pretty loud. Everyone's up on their feet. So there's a running situation. Jennings trying to make the tackle. They come down with a 3rd and 9. They use another timeout. Oh, this Igloo crowd is chanting. They're on their feet. They're clapping. They're stomping. Man in motion. 3rd and 9. It's all or nothing here. And it is a screen play. And it looks like Williams brings them down 4th and 3. They use their last timeout. 1:16 to go. Now they should have pretty decent field position after this punt because they're punting it from the 19. Let's see what they can do here with this return. If they can get 10, 15 yards, they might be in pretty good shape here. It looks like they have some field ahead of them. Bernard Scruggs is going to get to the outside and get right around the 50-yard line. They're going against the wind right now, so I'd say you probably need a decent amount of yards here. I mean, he could probably make, I want to say, probably a 40-yard field goal against this kind of wind. Let's see what Nathan Quinn does. Pushing forward here. They're in the hurry up. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. You don't want any mistakes here. They're going to throw this one deep to Horton, who's going to catch it. They're in the hurry up again, and they're pretty much in field goal range. It's still a 45-yarder against 10-mile-per-hour winds, but you don't need much more yards here. Jose Golden on the left side of your screen. And let's see if they decide to go to him. They're going to pitch this one short to Bernard Scruggs, who's going to run out of bounds. I think you try to run it, get a little bit closer here, and maybe center yourself a bit, and then just go for the field goal. Let's see what Nathan Quinn does. He's got an open lane. Nathan Quinn cuts back. Oh, wow. They got a new set of downs. They're going to hurry up here. 25 seconds left. They're trying to get set. Nathan Quinn looking to take the ball again here. Tom Barrett calling some type of audible at the line. Giving this one to Nathan Quinn, who's going to find his way in the end zone for the Wild Geese. Looking to make it 21-14 over Georgia State. 19 seconds to go in the game. And the extra point is good, making it a 7-point contest. Georgia State does have 3 timeouts left. This one's up and away. It's going to be short of the end zone. They're going to take it back. This is going to kill some of the clock here, so they're not going to have much time to do anything with. They're going to have to make a tackle, though, and they do at the 21, 13 seconds to go. Now, you don't want to get burned deep here. It looks like the Wild Geese are playing intense pass coverage. Let's see if they can get another big pick here or a couple good deflections. And no one's really open. The quarterback's going to scramble and slide, which is going to stop the clock with a timeout with 8 seconds to go. The Igloo crowd is getting loud. This could be one of the last plays here. If they hurry, they could probably get one more off. And it's going to be sacked. Timeout, 4 seconds to go. Now it's all about preventing that deep ball. You can see the whole defense just backing up. No touchdown. That's all they got to do. Stop the TD. They're going to leave those short routes open all day. 3 Georgia State players with 3 Wild Geese players, and they knock it down. The Wild Geese defeat Georgia State University 21-14 in what an interesting close contest it was. An ESPN instant classic game. The Wild Geese not looking too hot, not going to lie, but Jose Golden, this guy is great. I think my statement stays true that I said earlier. They need to change up that offensive playbook. They need to work on their quarterback a little bit, and then they could probably come out and be competitive. They just need a couple good games under their belt to really get that confidence back, but Georgia State doesn't get it done here as the Wild Geese improved to 1-1, 21-14 over Georgia State. Here's the game stats: 15 for 24 for 62% completion, 236 yards, 2 TDs, and 3 interceptions. Tom Barrett, if he wants to keep the start, he's going to have to improve on that. Otherwise, we're definitely going to have to look at, Diggs coming in for Tom Barrett if he just can't kind of tame himself. But Tom Barrett does have that raw arm. You can see him drop these dimes from 40, 50, 60 yards. So I just want to try to groom this man, maybe find a different offensive playbook, and we'll be golden. Rushing-wise, Nathan Quinn didn't quite get to 100. He had 91 yards off 16 carries, averaging about 6 yards a carry and a TD, so not bad. Receiving-wise, obviously, Jose Golden, Bernard Scruggs, Alfred Harmon, all very big players in our offense today. 11 solo tackles for Boyd Brooks. He was the second most tackling NCAA player last season, and Herb Kirk only had 3 tackles today. He missed about 4 opportunities, so Boyd Brooks might be taking over the reins there as a tackle leader, as they're both seniors, and he's just looking great in his senior year. 2 sacks for Arthur Baldwin, our defensive tackle, and 1 for Dykes. Dykes has been fire all season. Obviously, there's only been 2 games, but great by Dykes. And then we had an interception with Mickey McCulley, our sophomore. Narrow escape. The Wild Geese survive a thrilling 21-14 game against Georgia State. That should not be a headline. That makes us look bad. Now, we do have a bye week going into conference play, so what we're going to do is probably adjust our offensive playbook, mess around with our depth chart a bit, and hopefully come into conference play a lot stronger and hopefully looking to win a few games in conference play. But guys, this is where we're going to end today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications if you're new, and until next time, peace out.